Here is something that will stop you in your tracks. According to sleep researchers, nearly 70% of adults over the age of 60 are suffering from serious, chronic sleep problems, and most of them have no idea that what they are experiencing is not just normal aging. They just accept the tiredness, the 3 a.m. wake-ups, the foggy mornings, the afternoon crashes. But what if those problems are actually accelerating memory loss, weakening your heart, and shortening your life? Today, we are going to change that, because once you understand these 5 things about sleep after 60, you will finally know what to do about it. Welcome back, friends, to Still Young. After 60, the channel that believes your best years are not behind you. They are still very much ahead of you. If you are new here, we are so glad you found us. This is a community built around your health, your energy, your joy, and your freedom to live fully at every age. And today, we are diving deep into one of the most underestimated health topics for people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, and that is sleep. Now, you might be thinking, I already know I need 8 hours. But this video is not about how much you sleep. It is about how sleep actually changes after 60, why those changes are happening inside your body, and what you can do starting tonight to sleep deeper, wake up more refreshed, and protect your brain and heart for years to come. So let us get right into it. Here are the 5 things about sleep after 60 that everyone needs to know. The first thing you need to understand is that the quality of your sleep changes dramatically as you get older. And the biggest change is what happens to your deep sleep. When you are young, your body spends a generous amount of each night in what scientists call slow wave sleep, which is the deepest, most restorative stage. During this stage, your body releases growth hormone to repair muscles and tissues. Your brain flushes out waste products, including the proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease, and your immune system does its most important overnight work. After the age of 60, the amount of time your body spends in this deep sleep stage can drop by as much as 50% compared to your younger years. And that is not a small shift. That is your body losing half of its nightly repair window. The result is that you can sleep for 8 full hours and still wake up feeling completely drained, because the hours you are getting are lighter, more fragmented, and far less restorative than they used to be. So, what can you do about it? The single most powerful thing, according to sleep scientists, is to keep a rock-solid sleep schedule. That means going to bed at the same time every single night and waking up at the same time every single morning, including weekends. Your body has an internal clock called your circadian rhythm, and when you honor it consistently, it naturally deepens your sleep cycles over time. Studies have shown that simply going to bed 1 hour earlier on a consistent schedule can increase the amount of deep sleep adults over 60 get by nearly 20%. That is a significant improvement with 0 medication required. Here is something most people never think about. The temperature of your bedroom has a profound effect on the quality of your sleep, and after 60, your body becomes much more sensitive to it. Here is the science behind it. In order for your brain to enter and stay in its deeper sleep stages, your core body temperature needs to drop slightly. Your bedroom environment either helps or hinders that process. After 60, your body loses some of its natural ability to regulate its own temperature. The blood vessels near the skin do not dilate as efficiently, and your thermostat system simply does not work as precisely as it once did. This means that if your bedroom is even slightly too warm, and most American bedrooms are, your brain keeps getting subtle signals that it is not yet safe to go into deep sleep mode. You end up spending more time in light sleep, waking up more frequently during the night, and feeling unrested in the morning even if your total hours look fine on paper. The fix is beautifully simple. Sleep researchers recommend keeping your bedroom between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit for adults over 60. Use breathable cotton or bamboo sheets rather than heavy synthetic fabrics that trap heat around your body. If you tend to run warm at night, consider a lighter comforter or a cooling mattress pad. Studies have found that optimizing bedroom temperature can reduce nighttime waking by up to 40% in older adults, and that one change alone can make your mornings feel completely different. Now, here is the one that surprises most people, and it is probably the most important point in this entire video. Napping after 60 is a double-edged sword, and if you are doing it the wrong way, It could be the very reason your nighttime sleep is so broken and unsatisfying. Here is what happens inside your body. Throughout the day, your brain builds up a chemical called adenosine, sometimes called sleep pressure. The longer you are awake, the more adenosine accumulates, and the stronger your drive to sleep becomes. That is a healthy, natural process. But when you take a long nap in the afternoon, you are essentially releasing a big portion of that sleep pressure before bedtime. By the time 10 p.m. rolls around, your brain simply does not have enough of that pressure built up to pull you into deep, restorative sleep. So you sleep lightly, you wake up more, and you reach for another nap the next day, and the cycle continues. Research from the National Sleep Foundation found that naps longer than 30 minutes in adults over 60 were consistently associated with poorer nighttime sleep quality and increased nighttime waking. But here is the good news. A short nap of 20 to 25 minutes in the early afternoon before 2 p.m. does not significantly interfere with nighttime sleep and can actually improve alertness, mood, and cognitive performance for the rest of the day. So the answer is not to eliminate napping entirely, it is to time it right and keep it brief. Set an alarm, keep it short, and keep it early. Your afternoon and evening habits have far more influence on your sleep than most people realize, and this is especially true after 60, when your body processes everything more slowly and your sleep is already more fragile. Let us start with caffeine. After 60, your liver and kidneys become less efficient at metabolizing caffeine, which means it stays active in your bloodstream for much longer than it used to. That cup of coffee you had at 3 inches the afternoon? For many people over 60, half of that caffeine is still circulating in your body at midnight. It does not just keep you awake, it suppresses the deep sleep stages even if you do manage to fall asleep. Cutting off all caffeine by noon is one of the most effective sleep improvements many older adults ever make. Alcohol is the other major culprit, and this one catches a lot of people off guard, because a glass of wine in the evening genuinely does help many people fall asleep faster. The problem is what happens in the second half of the night. As your body metabolizes the alcohol, it actually fragments your sleep, reducing your REM sleep and causing more frequent wake-ups in the early morning hours. That is why so many people who drink in the evenings report waking up at 3 or 4 a.m., feeling wide awake and unable to get back to sleep. A large review of sleep studies found that even moderate alcohol consumption reduced overall sleep quality in older adults by over 24%. If you enjoy a drink, try moving it to dinner time rather than right before bed, and allow at least 3 hours between your last drink and your bedtime. The fifth thing every person over 60 needs to understand about sleep is the role that light plays, because light is literally the most powerful signal your brain uses to regulate your sleep-wake cycle, and in today's world, we are getting it completely backwards. Your brain's sleep timing is controlled by a tiny region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, which responds directly to light signals sent from your eyes. In the morning, bright natural light tells your brain to release cortisol and wake up. In the evening, darkness tells your brain to release melatonin and prepare for sleep. After 60, 2 things happen that make this system more vulnerable. First, your eyes become less efficient at transmitting light signals, which means you need more morning light to fully wake your system up. Second, your brain becomes much more sensitive to artificial blue light in the evenings, which suppresses melatonin production far more aggressively than in younger adults. What this means practically is that the phone scrolling, the tablet reading, the evening TV binge, all of that blue light exposure after sundown is telling your 6-0+ brain to stay awake, and your melatonin production can be suppressed for 2 to 3 hours as a result. A Harvard Medical School study found that using a blue light emitting device before bed delayed the release of melatonin by up to 90 minutes in adults over 60 compared to just 30 minutes in younger adults. The solution is twofold. Get 15 to 20 minutes of bright natural light within the first hour of waking up to anchor your circadian clock, and switch off all screens at least 1 hour before bed. Replace that time with reading a physical book, gentle stretching, or a warm bath, all of which actually signal your body that sleep is coming. And there you have it, 5 things about sleep after 60 that have the power to completely change how you feel every single morning. From protecting your deep sleep to cooling your bedroom, from smarter napping to cutting off caffeine, from managing alcohol to reclaiming control over your light environment, every one of these changes is completely within your reach, starting tonight. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these 5 surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and your answers help me know what topics to cover next. And if this video was helpful to you, please give it a like and share it with someone you love who deserves better sleep. And if you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new video from this community. Because remember, age is just a number. Life after 60 can still be strong, healthy, and absolutely worth living. We will see you in the next one.